Welcome back, coders, to another episode of the Code Word. It's been a while. It's nice to have this back on the air. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Awesome.
Stoked to be back.
Exactly. It's been too long since we've had one of these discussions. Partly my fault. Partly my fault. I keep going out of town.
Mine too.
Crazy.
I've been busy.
Well, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. First off, I would like to mention that we have a Patreon page, patreon.com/GameKod3. I really do highly suggest you check the page out. Like, we haven't been updating it because we haven't had any patrons. But if you guys were to support us, you would be getting extra free content, maybe extra access to certain things. Maybe we could put on more tournaments, cool things like that. But financially right now it's a little difficult without a little bit of support. So consider checking that out. We also have a Twitter page. If you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. There's a lot of gaming information on there. And it's just at game_KOD3, right? Like, all gaming information is on Twitter these days. I feel like that's it.
At least the first hit, it comes out on Twitter.
Right? You find out first on Twitter. So if you want to know first, do that. Second, or third, actually, our Facebook page, facebook.com/GameKod3. If you want to get some information, you can check out there. Although I will say Twitter is definitely the place where I update the most, just because it is the most active of all of the channels that I'm on. So otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you, Dylan, for this week's extra special code word.
All right, so coders, if you don't know what the code word is, if you shoot it out in the live chat, you can ask a question or get a shout out. Just hashtag the code word and then follow on with your question or shout out request. And second thing before I give you this week's code word, I want to do a quick shout out to everybody who was in the chat before the stream. Groovy and T-Sun, I see you were in there. Thank y'all for hopping in.
Hell yeah,
always nice to have you guys. But this week's code word, it's a phrase. It's Royale with cheese. So we're going to be obviously talking about Battle Royale and doing a little comparison action with Pubg. So we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let me pull up my notes. Actually, just to kick things off, we'll start with what we've been up to. And just as a heads up, right now we just have Dylan and me, but Adam is probably going to be joining us fairly shortly. He was just a little bit held up. No big deal there. But
he's gone.
The real people are here, the people that know how to play PUBG the right way. You know what I mean?
The fun way, not the right way.
No, you're right. The fun way.
We're really good. We're really good at second place, but a fun second.
Dude, I got fourth real fun wise. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about that later.
Let's kick it over to you for, what have you been playing? I know I have a crazy long list.
I've been playing PUBG, obviously. A little bit more Destiny 2. Going to be doing some more this weekend. Might even do a little late tonight. I'm not sure. But I got to catch up, man. Fancy, a.k.a. Eric, he has 2 maxed out characters that are both raid ready. And I'm slacking, man. I'm behind. So I gotta catch up. I've only made 1 character so far. And I'd like to get, like I had on first Destiny, get all 3 to max level at least. So I can have the option to jump between and figure out who I want to play with and actually take to the end raids. But
talk to me a little bit about Destiny. Tell me what it's like.
It's fun. So the best comparison, it's not okay. So far, at least, I'm not really far into it. I'm like level 9 or something like that. 20 levels till you max, and then it's just light level from there on. But but so far, it hits me as not many changes, but it's a prettier and new version of the old one. Okay, which I'm not upset with. I know a lot of people but I'm also that's
kind of things about it though. I haven't heard any. No. I've been impressed.
But there is the redundancy. It's still there, like mission sets and stuff like that. And I mean, once you go through areas, you know them, and then they tweak the missions, but it's still the same areas forever. But coming from them emulating an MMO, like that's their main goal is MMO style with end game raids, that sort of stuff. You expect that, or at least I expect that. Coming from playing so many MMOs in the past, so I'm not upset with a prettier game with new areas, even though it's the exact same mechanics and characters. It's not upsetting to me. So I'm digging it.
Bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, digging it.
Let's be honest. I think all of those types of games are that. Like, there's only so much that they can do when it comes to new content.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
at a certain point, the developers run into a wall. Like, they're not.
I feel like so there are their one holdback right now is they only have the 3 classes, and it's the same 3 classes from the previous game, and they have minor tweaks. I think there's like one more subclass for each one, but there's no like new class. And typically, like that's the big push on like MMOs when they do the massive DLCs. There's either a new class or a new race, and they didn't really do that with this. And like I understand why, because it's a huge rework, especially multiplayer and raids. If you throw in a 4th class when you have such a small variety,
still, I get you. I get what you're saying though.
It would be nice. It'd be nice, but they are sticking with the simplicity. You have your melee DPS, your range DPS, and your tank, or
okay.
you can subclass into support classes and stuff. But those are your main foundations, and I understand why they're keeping with it, and it's still fun. It's a real fun game. I haven't played the Crucible, which is the multiplayer version, but Fancy says it's like old Halo. And I'm really excited.
I was about to say, like, one thing that they know how to do is make shooting fun. Like, those Halo devs were the best at just making it feel good to go after people with a gun. Like, I mean, it's one of those things. It's an underrated skill as developers, just making the simple act of shooting any gun fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's nice because when you play the Crucible, it takes all like the light levels out of it. It goes down to if you know how to use your class abilities and your weapon. That's it. Like, it doesn't matter. You can go in as a level 9 and fight level 20s, and just because they have the best weapon in the game, they only get that style. They don't get that same damage output. They equalize everybody, which is awesome. So, but yeah, it's been fun so far. Like I said, I didn't put too much time into it, maybe 2-3 hours so far. But it's one of those games that I'm in that one for the long haul. I'm going to play that for probably at least a year. You know what I mean? So I'm not upset if I don't get to play it every single night. I'm not trying to be hardcore like guild leader and be, all up in it. But it's fun, and I'll definitely be touching on that a lot. Cool. Other than that, though, a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege. Going to be playing some more this weekend with Bug. She asked if we'd play some, so I'm always down. I'm still saving up for.
Wife is asking. You say yes.
Yeah. Why not, right? But still saving up for the new characters on that. They released the 3 recently on the Blood Orchid expand or DLC. So I need to buy those. They're just so expensive if you don't use real money. So it's whatever. Fuck that. I'll grind it out. Dude, and then this weekend, I haven't touched it since the stream, but this weekend I'm playing some more SteamWorld Dig. That's happening.
God,
I can't wait.
Good.
It needs to happen.
I think I'm at like 16 hours in that game.
Yeah, I'm already thinking of
done.
Just the zones I've seen. I'm already like planning how I'm gonna like pattern my way through and shit. Like, because I turned off the markers or whatever. I don't like all that.
Oh yeah. No, fuck that.
Fuck Why do you need that? Yeah, but
fuck that. No. Get rid of that. That's for that's for babies. That's for babies.
And then upcoming, depending on the coders' requests. I'm thinking about throwing some XCOM 2 out there. I think I've built up my confidence. I'm going to start a brand new save, and I'm gonna tear it up in some XCOM 2. So I'll be with face cam, and I'm excited for it.
What do you think about that? Let us know in the comments if you want to see some XCOM 2 from Dylan with face cam. You could see some rages happen, because one thing about XCOM, it's got permadeath.
It's.
Meaning your character's
heartbreaking.
Fall in love with.
And I don't see. This is the thing. I'm a purist. I don't go back saves. Okay. If my guy dies, I don't restart that shit. Yeah, I go with it. I roll with the punches. So
thanks, T-Sun, for letting everybody know in the Discord that the code word is live.
Yeah. And hi, Sneaky. I see you.
Yeah, Sneaky. What's up? Thanks for joining us.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, man. So those are all the games you were playing, basically?
Yeah.
Well, and if you guys didn't get a chance to, like, we put out a review for SteamWorld Dig 2 Like from my perspective, I finished the game. I was at like 66% completion when I wrote the review and uploaded it. I'm now at like 90% completion. Feelings have only gotten stronger for it. Only thing is that like, yeah, I was a little worried about replayability. It's probably still not like the most replayable game because like once you figure it all out. But I will say I got 16 hours out of a $20 game. I'm not that upset, and I still have more to go. So I'm not. The time thing may have been early for me to judge just from that. And Dylan gave his first hour of impressions, and that's actually a really good video. You guys should check that out as well. It's up on the channel. Check it out. It's really, really good. Yeah, and he's gonna be playing more. So
I can't wait.
Shout out to Image Informed Games for sending us those review copies, those Steam review copies. That was huge.
Kick ass.
Fucking awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so what we're gonna be, I'll be talking about what I've been playing now.
Yeah, get it. I got one. I
fuck up.
Save the newest one for the end so we can talk about it a little bit longer.
Oh, you're talking about the newest indie game? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin anything.
I'm not going to say no. I'm not. It's a surprise. I mean, not really. If you own a Switch, you know it just came out. But I'll start off with NBA 2K18 because I know that you don't have many thoughts on that. However, want to know how many hours I put in?
Thoughts. I got thoughts.
You know how many hours I put in? 55.
Okay. That's
55 in like in like 3 weeks. And to be honest, I'm trying to balance like a billion games. So it would have been more.
That's if there was anything. Impressive. Yeah. Because I know what you've been playing. So that's impressive.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that in a second. But I think this is a return to form for NBA 2K games, but there are some issues. Not with the Switch version specifically. The Switch version is actually excellent. I've been very, very happy with it. Frame rate's a half of what the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is, but I don't think you'd actually notice. Like, to be honest, it's not the end of the world. And when you're playing two-player on the tablet, it's fucking awesome. Like, just being able to take the Joy-Cons off and pass it to your friend when you're at lunch or something like that.
Yeah, that would be nice. I watched a video of somebody doing that, and I was like, all right, okay.
Like that right there nice. Is worth it. You can imagine like playing Madden or something like that if that was I wish there was a Madden game on here. I mean, I'm not even like a football fan, Madden. But well, whatever.
It's all about Blitz the league.
Well, yeah, bring Blitz back, but you know they're
greatest football. Just saying.
Greatest. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. That or NFL Streets and NBA Streets, all those Streets games. Fucking play.
That was my first Xbox 360 game ever.
Wait, they had it on the 360? It was originally on like the GameCube and PS2.
Oh, they had that shit on the 360, and that was my first. My first. I think I got like a 900 fucking out of 1,000 on my achievements on that shit. I love that game.
Anyway, what I'm noticing is the NBA 2K community is desperate for some Switch footage, so I'll probably be putting more of that on the channel. You can be real angry.
No, get it.
Oh, okay.
I understand that a lot of people like it, and you're one of those people, and that's fine.
Here's the thing. The reason why it becomes an addiction for me is the same reason why like Destiny becomes an addiction for you. Mm-hmm. There is that grind. Okay. Yeah. First of all, I'm in love with basketball, so let's get that out of the way. I was watching a fucking preseason game on an illegal stream earlier. Not illegal, but like whatever, a shady site stream earlier.
I won't say that.
It doesn't even matter. Whatever. It's not my problem. Point being is I was literally like digging through websites to try to find a stream of this one game. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, but I'm that big of a fan. So NBA already had me, but it has a my player mode where you get to basically like act like you're a guy going and making the NBA, and that's like a fantasy of mine. Then you also have to grind through games and like choices to make sure that you can level up enough to become a better player. And like right there, they got me. Downside is not loot boxes, but they have this currency called VC.
Yeah.
And that shit is steep.
I get you.
Now,
I get you.
I have not had to purchase any of it. And I'm a respectable player already. But I can see you having to put in like 200 to 300 hours to max out your character. Completely max out. I mean, you can get a pretty high level character for less, but it does that whole Destiny thing where it's like, if you want to get the best of the best, you got to fucking put in the time kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but that's why I get it.
And I don't judge you. Okay. I'm not a basketball guy.
Yeah.
And I back in the day, like I said earlier, on Blitz the League and Blitz League 2, I put over 100 hours in each one of those games.
Nice.
For all the reasons you just said, because they had the same sort of deal, but it was less realistic because it was like choices like do a bunch of blow and get arrested or shoot up fucking steroids.
Really? Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it was great. They gave you those options, like straight up. They're like the trainer would come to you and be like, "You want to do some steroids?" And you had to make the choice. And then if you did, there was like a chance that you might take a piss test and get caught.
Dude, wow.
Shit was real.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I played Blitz on N64, but that was the last Blitz game I played.
Oh yeah. It got intense towards the end there.
I've always like if I ever became a game developer, like I would make a basketball game, but it would be like a story where you had to go as like it would be cartoonized and like over the top. It wouldn't be hyper realistic, but you're a player that like has to like go through the streets and fucking fight their way up basically by playing people 1-on-1, 3-on-3, whatever it is. You'd have different challenges, but it'd be like a city, an open world city kind of a thing.
So you're talking like NBA jams. Yeah.
Well, sort of. Yeah. That's stylized, but not that stylized. That's a little extreme, but more like think.
No, that'd be cool though.
What the heck was it called? NBA Streets, but like open world and has a heavy story. Yeah. Like that
kinda
would be my idea.
If they like combined NBA Streets and like NBA 2K, like
without all the bullshit.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with
that'd be fun.
The biggest problem with virtual like currency, especially with annualized games, is that it's bullshit. It's like you're buying it for $60 every fucking year, and they want you to spend another $80 on
that's
currency.
The same reason I won't break down on Rainbow Siege. It's like I could drop $30 and unlock all the characters, or I could grind it out for 40, 50 hours and become a better player and then get all the characters anyway, and then feel like I actually accomplished something.
I'll be honest, you go to my park right now and like people will buy their characters basically, right? Like it's the online hub where you can go and just play on courts, and like they'll be like 91s out of 99 and they're fucking shit. Like they're terrible players, and just because they have all the stats doesn't mean they know how to play the game. And it's pretty fun. I'm over there smoking them and they're fucking 91s. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean that's been happening even before the microtransactions. You look back at like Modern Warfare when they had hacked 10th prestige lobbies, and then you get people who have 4 hours played that are 10th prestige somehow, and it's like you think they look good, and then you look at their stats and you're like, all right, fuck off.
This guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah, he went and spent his way to the top. I don't like that idea. I wish that they would get that kind of stuff out of games. Like I'm actually like. And I'll want to go into a side note, but a little bit later on, like loot boxes and virtual currencies. Like they drive me nuts.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Let's move on. SteamWorld Dig 2, awesome game. Already covered it. Check out my review. I will probably fit 100% that one. I hear there's challenge levels. What the heck is Punch Club? You guys got to tell me what Punch Club is.
I'm gonna look it up. That caught my attention. Okay. Sorry.
Because it sounds interesting. It might not be basketball, but it sounds good. Golf Story. This is an indie game from like an unknown developer. The weirdest concept ever. It's like well, have you ever played Earthbound?
I have. Yes, it was free like a year ago. Yeah,
it's a fucking great game. Earthbound is amazing, but it's like a hardcore RPG with like a modern twist, and it's quirky, and it's got a lot of humor. Golf Story is like the same thing, except imagine if everything was solved with golf. Like literally everything. Oh. So you go around in an open world to different golf courses, and golf courses have different problems. Like one guy has, there's like, the best thing is I can tell you one minor quest. There's this lady, she's standing on the bank of a water, like a water hazard. It's like a lake, and there's like another like island with a golf hole that you can hit to. But she's standing there, and you go up and talk to her, and she's like, "Oh my God, my kid he won't get out of the water. He's 30 yards over there, and he won't get out. There's alligators in there." And she's like, and you're like, "Alligators? What are you talking about? Are you crazy, lady?" And she goes, "Look!" And she throws something in the water, and a giant alligator just goes and grabs the ball out of or grabs whatever it is out of the air. I mean, it looks like it's like a 30-foot alligator. It's enormous.
That's awesome.
And you're just like, oh shit. She's like, if only I could get his attention. If somebody could hit him with something from long away. So you literally hit a golf ball at him, knock him in the head, and he goes, oh, do you guys want me to get out? And then he has his little propeller hat. And his propeller hat starts spinning. He flies out of the water and lands on the ground. And I'm just like, yes, these are the games that need to be made. This is the best shit ever. Like, of course that's the solution. Hit him with a golf ball, he'll just fly right out. And then he's like, awesome. He gets like mad at his mom for not letting him play in the water with the alligators. I'm like, and that is Golf Story. And just imagine that with a really in-depth golf simulator on top of it. I don't really care about golf, but I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'm not that far into it yet. Probably the 4th or the 3rd golf course.
Okay.
But other than some like game halting glitches because like there was a point when I got stuck in my bed, could not get out, couldn't move, had to restart the game.
Shit happens,
Other than that, game's fantastic. It's got to be like 8.5, 9 out of 10 indie game. It's really good. And it seems like it's got lots of hours to go. Like it's a long game. Cool.
That's awesome. By the way, Punch Club looks fucking amazing.
Does it? Is it
I'm
up
buying it. It's $10, and I'm buying that shit.
Let me see. Oh, they put it in the game suggestions. I'm gonna pull this up.
What? It's my kind of game.
Is it like?
It's like it's a boxing fucking RPG, dude.
Oh my god, we need to get this. We should do
like
this
the way you just described Golf Story, but with 16-bit boxing. Like I'm all about.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like it was something so weird. It's like things you don't expect that go together so nicely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Golf Story is fantastic. I'm gonna play Punch Club. We're gonna have to play Punch Club on.
Yeah. I feel a review coming up.
You should definitely do that, man. Get it. Awesome.
I'm all about that.
So Golf Story. Yeah. Any questions about a Golf Story? Like any?
No. You pretty much. I looked into it a little bit. It looks really fun.
I think it's only on Switch though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm waiting for it to eventually come out in PC, hopefully, but
guaranteed.
You never know.
Guaranteed.
I'm sure it'll come out in this. It looks like a Switch-worthy indie game, or Switch, Steam-worthy. I mean,
for sure.
But we'll see. But other than that, what have you been playing?
Cool. Yeah. No. Let's move on. Thimbleweed Park is the next one. It's a point-and-click adventure game by the makers of like, what is it? The Cave and like Curse of Monkey Island, the Monkey Island series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I adore the Monkey Island series. They're some of my favorite games ever.
It's just free not too long ago.
Oh, so good, dude. I've got all of them.
Yeah.
I've played them probably 20 times a piece. Like I just adore those games. I think the puzzles are amazing. The humor's off the wall and awesome. And I really like games with a sense of humor. So the movie Park seems really good. I'm only about an hour in, hour and a half. I just met a foul-mouthed clown. He kind of reminded me of.
Are there other kinds though? I don't think there are.
Well, he kind of reminded me of Krusty the Clown. He's great, and I want to be him.
I want to be
a douche. He was a fucking douche. It's great. Everything bad happens to him too. So, but it's all about solving a murder, and there's like all kinds. You play like a bunch of different characters, and they all have a little part to play, and they all have a little bit of motivation, and you kind of like unravel it slowly. But amazing writing, pixel art's incredible. I'm just a big fan so far. I just need to find some more time to play it.
Yeah.
Hopefully some impressions on that too soon.
I feel you. I need to like make my days like 72 hours long because fuck. I got so much shit to play. I'm sitting here looking at just my desktop and I have games I haven't even streamed like that are just sitting here.
Oh, I have plenty. Dude, I haven't even touched Golf Story on the channel. I haven't even touched Thimbleweed Park on the channel. I've been wanting to all week, but I have had no time. Yeah. I've been doing other streams or working.
Work.
Last but not least, let's get to that elusive game. I don't know. I think it's called The Valley of the Stars in the Dew Sea. No, Stardew Valley, guys. Stardew Valley. It's my first time diving into this massive game.
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
When you were talking about it,
what I was getting into.
Just excited. Yeah.
It's a fucking so I am like 30 minutes in.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's like the rough part too. Like I would say that Like I imagine people quit before it gets good.
It takes a while. You have to get established, you know?
Yeah. And like I just feel like I'm lost a little bit because there's so many things to do. But
And then you're on a timer.
Yeah. Which never is my biggest thing. Like I'm not a big fan of that. What's my timer? I'm trying to remember.
The days?
Oh yeah, like the days of the month you're talking about? Yeah.
Like the whole day though. You run out of energy eventually.
Oh yeah. I the first day pass the fuck out in town.
Yeah. And then you lose money, and then your day was useless because you lost all your
you
profit.
Have to sleep, and you have to sleep again because you're not completely rested. Like,
yeah, it's all fucked.
Dude. And the hospital's just like, we just took your money. Like, while you're passed out,
so we only took 600. Don't worry about it.
We rifled through your shit and took your money.
Yeah, fuck.
But I just caught my first fish. That is a hard mini game,
dude. The fish are probably one of the more important things to master early.
It's hard, but I caught 3 out of the 5 that I tried.
That's the bullshit. Okay, so it's hard. You don't get better at it unless you keep doing it, right? So you get like fishing skills.
Okay.
That make it easier, and then you eventually unlock new fishing rods that make it easier, and like attachments like bobbers.
Okay.
But you don't get that shit if you don't fight your way through the fucking shitty fishing.
Oh my gosh.
And they don't tell you that. So if you just go, suck at fishing, I'm never gonna do it. Like you're fucked.
Jesus.
Because you need to catch one of every fish to unlock certain things.
Oh, that's rough, dude.
You can't quit on it. That's the problem. It's a self-motivating game.
The only reason I would quit, and I have a feeling it won't happen, is just the amount of games I have to play, and it would be temporarily quit. Like it would never. I feel like this is a game I'm going to be playing for like the next year, off and on, in bits. Like it's a game I can do in bite sizes.
Yeah. The best thing I can say is you have it on the Switch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is like that's literally a game changer right there. Being able to like
pick it up. Yeah. No. Yeah, keep going.
Well, I was just going to say pick it up and like take it to my bedroom as I'm falling asleep, or play it out on the couch when my wife's watching a TV show or something like that. It's like a game changer.
Yeah, one day at a time. That's literally like the mantra of that fucking game. Because you can't save. That's the thing. So you have to finish the day. And they're not long days. They're only 12 minutes or some shit.
Well, I mean, you could sleep anytime you want.
Well, but then you're wasting the day. But like a full day is roughly like 12 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So the entire game is only like 40 hours or 30 hours or some shit. Like before, because you can only go so many years. So
I didn't know that.
Then it's over. Yeah. So like you have to do everything, but you being able to take it with you it's nice because like me having it on the PC, I have to sacrifice playing other PC games.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get sucked in and I sit here for 4 hours and play the fucking game, which is, I mean, obviously they're doing their job, but do I want to waste 4 hours of PC time on Stardew?
Dude, I'm serious. Like, no, I don't think I'd ever play it if it was on PC for me. Like,
and then
I don't know how people put that much time in.
Yeah, and then like Bug, she plays it on the Xbox, but she can pause it if she needs to take care of Wyatt and stuff. So it's easier for her to bounce back and forth. But still, same deal. You know, she has to sacrifice the TV just to play it. Where having it on the Switch would be perfect. Have something on the TV or whatever. Fucking, I'd take it. I'd be playing in my car, dude. When I'm sitting in the parking lot right before work. Put a day in quick.
It's a game changer. I feel like that's actually it's gotten bad, dude. Like my desire to play, like if there's a game that's out on like multiple consoles and it's also out on Switch, I don't have any interest in playing it on my Xbox or my PS4 or my PC because I can take the other one with me, even if it's a little bit worse. Like I don't even care. It's just so goddamn convenient. Like I don't know. I'm starting to neglect my Xbox and my PS4, and I feel bad.
Especially like simplistic games like that. Like if I had a Switch, that shit would be at the gym with me any day that I do like the elliptical for an hour. I'd fucking throw that.
You can play in your lap,
and I'd fucking be going, you know. Or if I'm on the stationary bike,
Zelda, biking, bust out like 4 shrines. Yeah. Like during
And
your
it, like,
elliptical.
because I do that anyway, but on my phone, I'm over here playing Pocket Mortys and shit at the gym. I'd rather be playing fucking Zelda or Stardew, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice.
Last game I did play, I forgot about this one, but only about 10 minutes. It was Stranger Things on the iPhone.
Oh, I was gonna bring that up.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I was very excited about that.
It's kind of simple so far, but it's cool.
It's coming out on Android really soon too.
Oh, I thought it was already out.
No, oh well, at least the ad that I saw for it, that I clicked and downloaded it off of, it was only on iTunes.
Hey, welcome, Adam. Nice of you to join us. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good.
Shove it
What?
in your mouth.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
God.
better. That's better. Keep doing
Hey,
that.
shout out to Adam for joining us. Thank you, man.
Yep.
We've just been going through my insane list of games that I've been playing. So you're up.
Perfect
okay.
timing.
Boy,
Yeah, literally, I just finished talking about
This is Adam from Adam Plays Some Stuff.
Yes.
Check
Hi.
out his channel
been a while
and
since
subscribe and like. Boom.
Thank you.
Oh. Who's the fucking host?
So other than PUBG, tearing into Golf Story, which I'm sure you've probably been brought up.
So good.
SteamWorld Dig 2.
So
like
good.
It a lot. I barely started Cuphead.
I want to play that. I haven't had time.
It's fun. It's hard.
Yeah, I've heard.
But Sarah won't let me play it alone. She wants to play with me, so I gotta wait for her.
Yeah, I understand.
And other than that, I'm ready for Mario.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a little while.
Oh, and then we have South Park next week.
Are you fucking kidding me? I left another one off. Okay, well, we've got a whole new releases section we're gonna talk about. So how far are you into SteamWorld Dig 2? That's
from what I've heard, I'm about halfway.
Halfway? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, and it gets better.
It's great. God. And like, I mean, that's about 4 hours in, but it didn't feel like 4 hours. I blew through that game.
Dude, there was one day where I think I put in 6 hours and I didn't mean to. Like, it wasn't a weekend. Yeah. It wasn't a weekend. I don't know how the hell I put in 6 hours. Like,
well, it's funny because it's not. It is repetitive, but it doesn't feel repetitive. I think that's the difference. Is that you're digging, but like the digging's different no matter everywhere you go, and you're constantly making new paths. It's like in Minecraft, it's like, oh, I go to my cave, I dig some stuff, I come back out, I go to my cave. But this is just like you're always moving forward.
Yeah,
and it is,
like, or I should say, you're always moving down.
I don't want to say linear, but it is scripted. Like, I mean, like there are certain paths you can go. I mean, well, the first one was like randomized. So,
the first one's completely procedural generated. Yeah,
which could be viewed as a positive or negative. In my experience, I think this was way more focused and way more fun. But because of that, you're constantly finding new things at a very, very good pace. Like, there's never a period where you hit a lull and like nothing happens.
Well, that's what I told you about. Not spoiler, sorry, about the grapple hook. It was just like I hit a moment where I was like, I'm stuck, and then I found the grapple hook, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I did the same. Changer. I did the same in the first hour with the pressure bombs. I like accidentally went ahead, and I was like, how the fuck do I break these walls? And then I went back to where I should have been, and it gave me the pressure bomb within like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh well, fuck.
It's always got something like that, and I'm kind of amazed at how well it does it because of the fact that there's like if you're designing it, they must have just designed it without all the extra blocks and then put them in after, because
that's what I was telling somebody. I think I was talking to Jeremy about it. I think the blocks themselves, for the most part, are generated, are procedurally,
but the locations of things,
but like the map itself, So like they made the map, and then the game fills in the blanks.
Yeah, it's like a block.
I mean, I haven't tested it. Like, I would have to go back and try again. At least certain areas are definitely always the same, but I think those are like starter areas, and that would be it. But you're right.
I'd be curious to see if my enemy layout is exactly the same as yours.
Yeah. Well, that's
what I'm talking about. Is stuff like that.
The only
I can't imagine they sat there and placed enemies in certain spots.
Yeah, like the enemies and the heavy boulders or whatever that drop down. Those would be two that I could see maybe popping around.
It's tough because they can actually move on their own will. So like sometimes they'll end up in areas they're not supposed to be in. So it's kind of interesting. But you're right. Like I would love to get a chance to go behind the veil on this one specifically with development, because I think it was like this one was so much more like high class. It's like a master class in this. So I was very, very. I mean, everyone knows I was very.
Well, basically it feels like they were like the first one was good, but we feel like we can make a more focused experience, which is both basically what this is. It's the same game, but it's more of it's got a point.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can honestly see SteamWorld Dig. I beat it and I didn't go back. This one, I'm going and I'm gonna 100% everything.
Yeah.
Because it's actually worthwhile. But yeah, cool. And then what was the other one? Golf Story. What's your impressions on that one so far?
I love Golf Story, man. I've been raving to a guy that has a Switch. He's always complaining, "Oh, there's not enough games," but he's very picky. He's very picky. Yeah, I'm like, "Well, have you played Splatoon?" He's like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, have you played this?" No.
Zelda.
He played Zelda.
How many hours did he put into Zelda?
I told him, I'm like, "Do you like golf?" He goes, "Yeah, I like it enough." And I'm like, "Get Golf Story, just straight up."
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I told him the side quest. The only thing I've spoiled was the side quest with the alligator and the kid. Which absolutely killed me. That absolutely killed me. I think it's one of my favorites.
Well, you know what's funny about that? Did you told them all about it, or just
the whole thing?
Okay, it was just funny because the solution came so naturally.
It made sense. Yeah, no, like immediately that's what you're like, oh, I'm just gonna hit it.
But kid won't get out of the water. It's like, oh, I can fix that.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't talk about this, but you can drop a ball and hit it from any position,
anywhere.
Literally anywhere in the world. You don't have to be on a golf course, so it's kind of
nifty because there's like secret buttons and these like experience holes, which sounds really weird. And now that I say it,
sounds like a sex act.
Yeah, but it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
if I had a list of must play Switch games, that's one of them.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I mean, other than like a couple potentially close to game breaking glitches,
almost, yeah.
It's a pretty fantastic game. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, let's move on to new releases because we have quite a few. Start off with some of the less exciting ones and we'll ramp it up. And that's a hard thing to say because Assassin's Creed Origins, I think Assassin's Creed Origins is the least exciting of all of them. Is that sad? Because it looks awesome.
If only because it's like the 6th or 7th one.
Yeah, like but it does look like the best.
Good. It looks like the best one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything that looks like they're changing for the better.
Yeah.
But yes. If it's not exciting, it's only because it's like the 7th or 8th one.
And I don't think I don't think that I mean that as a bad thing. I think that I'm looking at this lineup and I think I see 2 potential Game of the Year contenders, like out of the 5, right?
Well, I don't know what your list is, so.
Well, so I have
continue.
Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Shadow of War, and then what was the 5th one that you said?
Somebody else said
South Park. So if I had to choose, I think that Wolfenstein is going to be way better than people think it is. And I definitely think Super Mario Odyssey is obviously going to be a Game of the Year contender. So, but South Park might sneak up there because the first one's amazing.
It's not Game of the Year.
I mean, it could be. You don't know.
No, it's not good. A good game. But
the first game was a good game.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go with next week. Next week, Shadow War and South Park.
Oh yeah, South Park. No, South Park's 2 weeks.
Oh, is it 2 weeks? Oh, Shadow War's next week. Shadow War's next Tuesday.
Shadow of War. Shadow of War is the second least exciting one. It still looks amazing.
It looks amazing, and I'm not surprised. From what I've heard, the game itself is really good. Nobody likes the story.
Yeah, I heard the story's really bad.
Everyone's shitting on the story, and apparently, there's a secret bonus ending that takes a lot of grinding, or you can buy the DLC boxes.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, which is kind of shitty to
the
lock
DLC
the true ending
and the microtransactions for
those are consistent.
They have like it's just gear unlocks, nothing like.
Right, and they said they've made the game where you don't need them, but it sounds like at the end game you need them to get the true ending.
Yeah.
Well, and that so there's some misinformation about this, but it is sort of true, but it's kind of like exaggerated. So there was a bunch of people saying that you literally couldn't get certain things, like you couldn't fight certain legendary bosses without buying packs. That ended up not being true.
No,
it's just insanely rare, and it's almost to the point where it's bullshit.
It's not even about that. From what I've heard, and I'll refrain from saying too much for Dylan's sake because he sounds pretty pumped about this game. the final. There's like a final. I wouldn't even call it a secret mission. A lot of people were describing it as they didn't even realize it was a main mission. They all thought it was just bonus. Like, oh, here's some shit you can do at the end of the game for fun. Turns out, A, it's very hard, and B, it unlocks the true ending.
Oh, okay.
What's happening is that you have to be super powerful. So it's either super grinding for a long time, or you could speed it up by buying the pack. So they're not technically locking the ending behind a wall.
It's like mobile locking.
They're making you have to climb the wall, or you could pay to get through the door.
Yeah, it kind of drives me nuts. So it's becoming more like mobile games on phones.
You know what? I don't mind microtransactions at the core, but not in a game like Shadow of War. Like,
no,
don't put it in my single player games, please.
No. Like Overwatch, got it. But
yeah, Overwatch, I get it.
Why a single player?
Skins. Yeah,
I'm there for the story. I'm not there for multiplayer.
I really, really inherently dislike the idea of purchasing something that will make you better. Like, even if it's just something that will get you ahead early on. But I still think that's bullshit.
I think that, well, and that's the issue, is Overwatch nailed it.
Yeah.
It's only skins. Yeah, you're gambling. I mean, it is what it is. But you're not getting better.
You could play
I mean, shit, League of Legends is the same deal. You can unlock characters, but if you play the game enough, you just unlock them.
You just unlock for free.
Well, and believe me, I'm not a big fan of loot boxes either, but I think that the way that Overwatch did it was much better.
The issue is that these other companies go, ooh, look at all the money they're making from loot boxes, not realizing that we're not buying Overwatch loot boxes because they're loot boxes.
Yep.
We're buying Overwatch loot boxes because we want to, and we would like to get the things in the loot boxes are worth our money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're like, oh, we've got loot boxes in Shadow of War, a game you'll beat the story and then never touch again.
And one thing I will say about loot boxes in Overwatch is, like, it still did feel like you can still grind your way to a lot of them, at least for the most part, or if not all of them.
I only ever really drop money for the events.
And what I was going to say is, like, it actually feels like an accomplishment even when you buy them, because, like, it's still randomized to some extent, and you end up using that gear you bought. Like, whereas I find that if I buy skins in other games, like packs of skins, I don't ever touch them. Like, I just did it for fun, and then I realized I'm not going to touch this. Why did I do that? And then it's like a regret purchase. So I think it's fine. Overwatch is an exception, though.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Blizzard's really just good about microtransactions.
Could you imagine loot crates in like Zelda?
Oh my fucking god, I'd be so mad.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, don't put the loot crates in the single player games.
Yeah, that's I think the biggest line in the sand is the multiplayer single player comparison.
If your game has an end, a definitive end, no loot boxes.
Yeah.
Not a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, because I'm not 100%, but I'm assuming that it's achievement based. Like, you can't finish 100% in the game unless you do that final like secret mission or whatever.
No, you don't. It's an ending.
Yeah, it's not but I'm saying, like, I'm sure there's an achievement tied to it. So, like, that's bullshit on top of it.
Sure, yeah.
If you're like a hardcore achievement hunter where you won a 1,000 gamer score, or fucking get all the Steam achievements or whatever, or all the trophies or whatever.
Yeah. That's what,
and it's like
someone said that's
300 hours.
Yeah. Someone said that specifically. They were like, it's not that anyone cares, but you've made it a complete chore for people who like to complete their games.
Yeah, and it's way different than like Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, the yacht costs $24 million or whatever, and it's like,
which is a lot of money in the real world.
Oh, it's stupid money. Like, you can pay like $100, like real money, to buy this yacht.
To buy a digital yacht.
See, with Grand Theft Auto, that's a status thing.
And it's an online thing.
Yeah. The yacht doesn't do shit. It's just a fucking, I got a yacht. Like,
which is fine. It's specifically in the online mode, like we talked about. Like, and that is a fucking chaotic ass online
multiplayer
mode,
and it's not game breaking. Yeah, you don't need it for anything. Yeah. There's no achievement. There's no achievement for it. There's nothing for it. It's just for you.
And there's no connection to 100%ing the game.
And you can do it without it. If you fucking play enough and do enough heists or whatever, you can fucking save up the money.
Only like 7,000 hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's fine. I don't care about that.
I'm just scared for the future.
Yeah, we were
hopefully.
was wanting to bring that up anyway.
That's the worst part of it. Is like my hope is that people get this game and don't buy the loot boxes.
Yeah,
they all band together.
Shit, I'm not going to touch that shit. Yeah,
but like if they didn't think people weren't going to buy loot boxes, they wouldn't have done it. So at some point they've got research or questionnaires or something that says if we do this, people will pay. That's the worst part.
And I'm worried about it setting a precedence for the future.
Yes, that's my fear.
Yeah. I mean, and this is the thing, is they've been kind of sneakily doing it more and more aggressively as we've gotten further in. It's like at the beginning it was, oh, you can pay for a DLC, and people were like, you can buy DLC packs of skins. What kind of bullshit is this? You remember how pissed off people were at the beginning of that? And then now it's like normalized. And then it was like microtransactions in mobile games, and they're like, okay, that's fine because it's a mobile game and I'm getting it for free. Now they're starting to give microtransactions in full price games, and it's just like, and now even worse, it's like now they're doing it in randomized loot boxes, and then on top of that, now we have randomized loot boxes that are in a fucking pay to win single player game. What the fuck?
With DLC on top of it.
With DLC, with the fucking season pass. Like,
don't make me pay $60 for my video game and then ask me to give you more.
This is the reason why I never actually purchased Battlefront 1. Like, I played it, I got it for free one time through, like, I think EA Access or whatever. It was just included with it. But I never bought any of the DLC because that fucking season pass was $50.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, COD, the last 5 CODs, the season pass is the same price as the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck right off. I don't need a $50 season pass.
And then they act like they're doing you a favor by saying, hey, we'll tell you exactly how many maps we're going to give you up front, so you know you're not wasting your money. It's like, I'm paying $130 after tax for one game. Like,
no, it's not happening. I can't afford that. It's never going to happen. Fortnite did it too.
Fuck Fortnite.
But before we get into Fortnite, okay. So Wolfenstein 2 is coming out. Real quick, wanted to touch on their awesome ass marketing. Like,
Wolfenstein's a winner.
Oh, I was talking to Sarah about this. Nazis are mad at the marketing.
Good, fuck them.
Yeah, they're like, you guys are painting Nazis in a bad light.
I can confidently say this.
Everyone's just like, yeah, that's the point.
I can confidently say this. Game Code's stance is anti-Nazi.
100%.
And Wolfenstein
200% anti-Nazi.
So there you go. If there was any sort of concern there, it's just we're not on that side.
Nazis are above zombies even on things I like to kill.
And the fact that in 2017 we have an ad campaign that is now controversial because they said make America Nazi free again is obscene. Like, that's insane. Without getting any deeper into that, also the game looks fucking amazing. The fact that you start in a wheelchair ripping up a fucking Nazi base, is like amazing.
If I do get it, it won't be for a while, but if I do, I'm tempted to just get it on the Switch. Because why not?
Do what you want. To be honest,
I'd take it a graphics hit,
but like Xbox, so you'll probably still get to play it.
Oh shit!
But I don't know when.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could have.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But I do also want to get it on the Switch.
So, I rewatched that diner trailer at least a week. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I just rewatch that trailer. And I can't wait for the game.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, I mean, the first game's amazing. Like, I need to finish it. I haven't had time just because I keep getting pulled away from new games, but I will be finishing that before that one comes out, so I got to get on that quick. Yeah. Then we had
South Park.
South Park.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I mean, they haven't really shown a ton.
I'm not going to find it.
I don't see. I've already seen too much.
Are you going to put any videos out on it, Adam?
I don't know. Let me ask my audience if they want that. The audience.
Hey, I'm part of your audience, and I'm saying I would love to see it.
I can see Adam play some stuff.
If you want me to,
I can't buy it right away, and I would love to watch you play.
Yeah, man. Dylan wants me to do a Let's Play of South Park.
Hey, Kawaii Kitty, just so you know, we will be covering the Splatfest at the very end, so we'll get to that, I promise. Yeah, you should definitely do a let's play of it. That would be
Okay.
awesome. Because I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to play it, and so I want to live vicariously.
That's the thing. Like when I buy it, it's gonna be like January, and
Yeah, I just don't have the time or the money.
If I do it, I'll
Something
probably just. I don't mind doing the pre-recorded stuff like with Jeremy.
Yeah,
But I feel like if it's
Stream
just
it.
me, I'll just stream it and then upload them.
it's great to it's great to stream.
love
It's so
the
much
stream.
easier too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to edit anything as long as I don't drop the N bomb.
my
Oh,
my,
not that
my
I do.
fucks per minute goes up.
Jeez, that's terrible. Yeah, don't be
Then
like that.
so we went over South Park, Shadow War, Assassins,
just the smallest of games. Just the last one.
Wolfenstein,
We all know what the major game this month is.
Call of Duty. It's not this month. Fuck no.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario.
No,
I'm so,
This dude's gonna sell. Actually, probably not, but it's definitely gonna be an amazing game. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I'm so pumped. Every day it gets closer. I'm just like
The moment they showed that little like cute dinosaur on that jungle island, I was
the
just
one
like,
with his arms out and he's like,
yeah, I'm fucking done, dude. That I need to be that. Like,
yeah, I
I
don't even know what it is, but I want to be it.
I don't either. And it reminds me a lot of like things that they did in Sunshine really well. It reminds me of like some little things that they did in like Breath of the Wild, just on a smaller scale. Like apparently there's just secrets hidden everywhere, and you can kind of tell from a distance, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Just like they did in Zelda. It looks so good, and the fact that you can take control of like every enemy is like game changing.
I know.
Game changing.
I'm gonna sit there and test every little thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what can I be? What can I not be? And now I know.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally okay with not having a game over screen. Whatever. I think it was an outdated
honestly,
game design.
and it's outdated. There's no reason for a game over screen, especially on games. There's nothing worse than it's like you get a game over screen, and then it starts you right back where you were. Like because in the arcade it was like game over. It's gonna reboot the entire game. But there are some games that like you die, you're at point A, going to point C, and you die at point B, and you get a game over. But then it just starts you at point B. So what was the point of the game over?
I don't know. I didn't like it when old game design did it, where it was like Super Mario World. You had to beat all 5 levels before you can move on, and if you didn't, and you died all of your lives, which I'm bad at that game.
Yeah,
so I die a lot. True. I literally could not get to World 3. Like I just kept dying, and I
so bad at 2D platformers.
Dude, I don't fucking know. And you know what? It's kind of exclusively older ones or ones that are momentum based. Like so, I'm like better at like Mega Man than I am at Mario.
Slower paced ones,
and I'm not great at Mega Man. But like Shovel Knight is really, really. That's not a hard game, but it's really fun. Like I enjoy that one. But man, 2D platformers are my fucking weakness. 3D platformers, I'm good at. I don't know.
Yes.
Super Mario Odyssey.
It's my only opinion. Yes.
God. Is it possible that like, okay, so what games do we have? We probably have 2 Game of the Year contenders just from Nintendo alone. Like, which one wins? If it's that, I mean,
Zelda.
Zelda. What the fuck?
Oh God, that was this year.
Did you lose your fucking mind?
Yeah,
Zelda wins. Zelda.
Yeah,
wins.
I forgot. It feels like I've had the Switch forever. Like it was so glued to my hands that first like 5 months.
They've just pumped out so many goddamn games this year. Like I wasn't expecting to have this much to play.
I know. I'm so excited for next year's E3.
Oh God, I'm not gonna have any money by then. I'm gonna be homeless, but that's okay. We'll be streaming from under the bridge.
So keep smashing that like button, coders.
Yeah. Go to patreon.com/GameKOD3 and please subscribe for $100 a month.
Yes.
For them, not you.
Yes.
It's literally
the way you said it is like they get $100 if they subscribe.
Oh no. They get $100 worth of content. That's what they
I'll give them all kinds of things. Like just
I'll stream till 2 a.m. every night.
It'll be a 24 hours.
Pick yourself up.
I'll beg. That's all right.
Okay. Anyway, just kidding. So that's all the games that are coming out, right?
Before we move on, I mean, it's not this month, but it's within a month.
No, doesn't count.
It does count. It is after the 3rd. We are within our 1 month window for Call of Duty World War II. So, fuck everybody.
We'll go in there. What are you going to talk about?
I'm just really excited for it. I got my email saying that I'm getting the helmet and vest that only the beta players got.
Oh,
So
snap.
I'm very happy.
Did I get
I'm gonna have a fancy helmet. Did you play? I don't fucking know.
I did. I played like three rounds.
Yeah, you never played with me. So.
I tried.
Yeah,
you guys were online, but you wouldn't get me in there.
Well, that's your problem. But no, I'm very excited for that helmet. I'm never gonna wear it because it's really bright and it will make you stick out. It's like wearing a fucking pink jumpsuit. Yeah, but it's nice to have. It's one of those things. I like to have things nobody else can get.
Just so we have it.
Yeah. I got shit in WoW that nobody will ever get, and I love it. Love it so much.
When's the last time you booted up WoW?
That's how I feel about my wife. Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
Talking about having things that no one else can get.
Get off stream. Get that garbage out.
What?
He just walks around and says, "Ha ha."
Yep, I do. It's kind of sad.
It's obnoxious and wonderful.
That's good. It's good.
That's okay. Everyone deserves to see part of that, I guess. I don't have a transition now.
I don't have much to talk about.
I don't know your schedule. So it's not
PUBG, Fortnite. Let's talk about the comparison.
You don't have a good audience for this, Keith. You don't have a good audience.
Okay, no. Before we go on a bitch fest, no. Let's before we go on a bitch fest about Fortnite, because there's definitely a bunch of complaints that we have. Let's talk about the positive things. Like, what are some of the things that you guys liked about?
They added duos.
Okay. What about like the experience on the first time we got to play fours?
Okay.
Well,
for me,
I didn't get to play fours.
Yeah.
We talked about playing, and then you guys let somebody take my spot.
I mean, he was there first.
You guys didn't even text me.
He texted me.
That was
beforehand.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't me.
Yeah, that was he called dibs. I couldn't say anything.
Anyway, whatever. Talk about your experience. What did you think about it? Positives.
Me,
Dylan. You were the only ones. Me and you were the only ones.
Playing as a squad, it was enjoyable, but not for the same reasons PUBG is enjoyable.
Yes, it felt kind of like an arcade version, right?
It felt like an arcade version with less. I don't know what exactly is at stake in PUBG, but it just felt like there was less at stake.
Yeah, no, I never feel quite stressed in Fortnite. And I guess that's actually that could be a positive. Like, if you're not into games that really stress you out, PUBG's probably not for you.
Oh yeah.
But Fortnite might be.
I was sad that there was no leaderboards. That would have helped.
You can't say a positive thing about it. You went straight.
No, they're bringing leaderboards. So we were going to get there. It was a comma. It was a long comma. They are bringing leaderboards in the upcoming weeks, and I think that will help Fortnite as a whole, or the Battle Royale Fortnite as a whole, because without them, it felt like it was less consequential. So I think them bringing leaderboards is a positive.
I will say one thing about the PC version that I thought was very good.
No, let's finish console.
Okay, well, it's okay. Well, the 4-player was
only us have played PC.
That's true. So the 4-player thing that I liked about it was just the fact that it kind of felt like madness at first, just because we weren't playing cooperatively like we normally do in PUBG. But it was nice to just kind of escape that and just have some silly fun. You know what I mean? Kind of like what we did in the Division. Like, we just mess around at times and just be ridiculous. Having no bullet drop and using a controller made it more difficult than I expected, and it actually gave it some challenge that it needed. And I'll talk about the PC comparison later.
It wasn't the worst.
No, it was good controls. It was fine for control.
The button layout wasn't the worst. Once I figured it out.
Yeah, other than the only being able to crouch and not I wish you could.
It's not a positive, Keith. I'm saving that.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Saving that.
I'm sorry. There's so much to go over.
That was one of my first negatives.
I actually do like the glider.
I think the glider is the only thing I like.
I really like the glider. I can't talk about the thing I don't like that comes with the glider.
See, you can. You got a comma. I only like the glider because there is no vehicles.
Well,
that's the only reason I like the glider.
I only like the glider. I like the glider a lot because the bus is significantly worse than the plane. There's no tactical.
We can all agree on that.
It does feel like a little bit of a. Nope, I'm still going negative. Damn it.
That's all right.
Okay,
we're blending into negative. Do you have any positives, Adam?
Yeah,
you go positives.
No positives.
No
I only had
positives.
one, so 1.5 maybe.
Okay, so PC version positive before we move on, real quick. The frame rate is incredible. Like it's really well optimized. That shit ran like butter on my computer. Absolutely no
Oh,
problem.
are we talking about the PC version?
Just real quick for the positives, because I wanted to do that before we switch to the negatives. So if you have any positives about the PC version, you can jump into that. But it literally it didn't drop a frame the entire time I played. Like whereas PUBG is constant, like it's all over the place sometimes. It's gotten better, but PUBG is still a mess there. Anything? Yeah, anything positive with PC?
It's easy.
Made you feel good?
It made me feel well. You know what? It didn't though.
No, it didn't.
It didn't because I realized while you were talking about something else, I was in that moment where it was just 3 of us, and like, you were talking about you being nervous. I get down to 3 people in PUBG, and my heart's beating out of my chest.
Yeah,
it was like I was more confused. If anything, I was just like, this can't be happening, right? And then I won, and I was like, oh, okay. And I chalked that up to, or are we doing positives?
Yeah.
For now,
I guess I will say PC's better handling wise.
It feels good. Yeah, it feels really good. Actually.
The guns, there is no bullet drop and stuff, but I feel like I've got a little bit more control. I think I don't play a lot of games with auto aim. And the console version has auto aim, which kills me because it feels like
it's not good. It's not good auto aim on the console.
So I will say PC. It felt much better. Sorry, what you were gonna say?
And no, last positive thing that I was gonna say, I actually like the leveled up weapons, like the different like tiers of weapons, like being able to see like a blue weapon or
that's kind of PC, but
huh?
I was gonna say that's on both.
In general. Yeah, just in general. That's a good thing about the game, because at least it's something different. It's something unique. It does really feel like a rehash. Like it does feel like it's borrowing too much in a lot of ways.
I do have a positive, but it's kind of like a backhand positive.
We're transitioning.
We're taking anything we can.
I've sat on it for a while, and I think I love the building mechanic.
You love it?
I love it because I can sit there on a hill and see where people are in the distance. Because everyone likes to build towers up in the sky.
See, that's not you liking the building mechanic. That's you liking idiots.
Yes.
Dumb people who like to build towers.
That first game I played, I found a house, I found some stuff, I was chilling, watching for people, and then just people were just building upwards, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going over there, and I avoided almost everybody. I had a couple people come by and I shot them down, but I understand what they're trying to do with the building mechanic, but like in a game where it's a free for all of 100 people and you're trying to survive, it just doesn't make sense to do it.
I think if we had started with Battle Royale, I would have liked it more. Nope. Like if we had started there and gotten to PUBG later, like PUBG didn't exist. Like I didn't know about PUBG. But the problem is
I think I would have
feels watered down.
I would have enjoyed it, but had I switched to PUBG, I would have gone with PUBG.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like eventually, like you get to that. It's like my first Battle Royale game, like or whatever you want to call it. It's
Battle Royale is a nice transition game when you're a little too old for Minecraft, but not old enough.
And I do like the visuals; those grew on me a ton. I actually
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, so that's a big positive there.
But that's about it for me.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of become like, because it's not as polished as Overwatch. It looks kind of like Overwatch in like a B version,
almost cartoon.
Yeah, it's cartoony, but like it's not even that strong. Like it's not even as strong as Overwatch is, in terms of its style. But
that's great.
But if you want the real thing, it just doesn't. It hurt us talking about Fortnite. It's just not there, and I just think that it was the wrong move PR wise for PUBG to even bring it up. They shouldn't have given it enough credit to be concerned about it. It's not good enough.
I don't think they would have.
Not because it's good enough.
What killed them was that in the promotional material for Battle Royale, they specifically called out PUBG.
No,
they're like, do you like PUBG? Come play our game. It's free.
Yeah, I get it. It's still a PR mistake. Like you're giving it clout. Like you're saying that we're the king of this. Like
it's just I understand their concerns, and they're already kind of almost acting on it because they've got some updates coming to the Epic, or is it what's the engine?
Oh,
Unreal.
I think it's Unreal. Yeah,
they've got some updates coming to Unreal, and they made it very clear that they're like, just so you know, this is going to help our game, but anybody that uses our engine will get the benefits. But like,
they do use the same engine. That's
well, that was the concern, was like, well, what if they start tweaking the engine for the benefit of just their game?
Yeah, I get it.
And I assume for a while they won't, but all it takes is for them to be like, well, we're going to add this but only for us.
All it does is push PUBG to get closer to a retail release. Like the sooner they can get to a retail release, the less they have to worry about updating their game, and they can stay on the same build forever. You know what I mean? It may throw a wrench in the Xbox one. We'll have to see that.
I just feel like PUBG has a little more love put into it.
It does. No, it's
Battle Royale
it does.
Feels like someone who was like, oh, that game's doing really well. That is the situation. They said that game's doing really well. Let's do it. Because the Fortnite on its own didn't lend itself to a battle royale. You're not fighting people. You're fighting monsters. So it was weird to be like, oh, we're doing battle royale now. It's like, why? What? I thought this was like a co-op game. Like, what's happening? It was very much like, that game's doing very well. It's running off our engine. Let's do our own.
Let's make some money. Yeah.
It's kind of a shame because I thought Fortnite early on looked way more promising than it's ever gotten to. And now I just don't. I'm not interested in even playing the real game.
And that's what bugs me is like, I don't even know how well the base game is doing.
It's not doing well at all.
It's not doing good. Yeah.
I feel like they might just drop that game and switch over to this.
They might. Now one thing is like I did more research because they said they had 7 million players, which is great. Like that's a huge amount of players. No. It's just in general. But that's still a fuck ton of people that played your game once. I don't even care. Like that's an insane amount. Like what Pubg was at 13 million bought. Like that's insane. Only difference is that of course Pubg made more money off of it so far. But what I will say is this: they did say that it was including Fortnite, your base game, so it wasn't just
Battle Royale. Yeah,
but still, they didn't sell a ton of Battle or Fortnite. So
my biggest pet peeve with the similarities is the small shit, like the load bar when you're healing and shit.
Yeah, that does.
Those are the things that really just upset me.
You know what makes? Yeah, and this is actually something I didn't even think about until just now. It's like since they are using the same engine, I would bet you that those are defaults. Like bullshit. I would go ahead and bet there's a bunch of fonts that are built into Unreal that PUBG didn't change because why? Like there was a loading progress bar that was a default, something that they may have tweaked a little bit over time, but that doesn't make it right for Fortnite to take it and use it since it's obviously now branded with PUBG.
Yeah.
Like
it's like you guys said, it's not the same game, so I'm not like up in arms about it. But it's when we're playing and having fun, and then it just reminds me, oh, by the way,
I could be playing PUBG.
We're the same fucking game.
Yeah.
It's like, but why? It's those are the things that they annoy me. It's not like I said. I'm not going to not play it if we have 4 people online.
The one advantage is on console right now. They did the right thing about like if they wanted to get a player base, that's the way you get a player base is because PUBG is not on console yet. But eventually that will change.
But the console version sucks dick.
Yeah,
it's way worse.
Which makes me scared for the console version of PUBG.
Right? Yeah. Using the same engine.
Like playing that game on a controller was I say difficult, but not because it was difficult. It was just the inventory management is my biggest concern.
Oh, inventory was awful in
like
Fortnite.
I was watching your guys' video. None of you even realized there was an inventory.
We eventually did, but it was awful.
It was awful.
It's not good. It's
good. Like, how are you supposed to use that on the fly? It shuts you down.
Barely good in PC version, so I don't know.
I didn't even realize until after the stream on Fortnite, you can just hold X on whatever weapon it is, and it'll just swap what you have on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like the whole time, I thought you had to drop. You had to drop like in PUBG.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, but they don't really explain shit. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
PUBG doesn't explain much either.
It's not easy to explore like PUBG is, I guess.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how PUBG is going to adapt to console super well. I don't think it'll be as big of a problem because it does have I think a stronger foundation of like the shooting mechanics and stuff like that. The guns feel better, like everything feels better, and even if you're comparing versions, right?
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
There was another negative. You can't move the camera around.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
You're
not even on PC.
That was annoying. You running forward and not being able to look backwards was terrible.
Where was I going with that? Inventory management. Everything's going to be fine. I don't know how they're going to do the inventory. I don't know how they're going to do it.
It's going to have to be more auto. Like, you're going to have to be able to put attachments on easier. You're going to have to be able to, like, a lot of that stuff's going to have to be
there's only so many buttons. Are you going to have a dedicated health button? If you do, which health unit is it going to use?
I think you're going to be able to assign things to certain D-pads and things like that. But it's going to be limited. Like, you're going to have to play it differently.
I'm hoping that that's the case so that my Elite controller can finally shine.
Yeah. Oh my god,
and I'll have 4 extra buttons.
Game breaking for people.
That would be a little game breaking.
4 extra buttons, man. I'll have one for fucking reload or whatever I need. Fucking I'll have one for med kits. I'll have one for energy drinks. I don't give a fuck. That'll be awesome.
Fucking bumpers all over, just like
yeah. I'd be so happy. Because I don't use those things now, but goddamn.
Oh man. No, that's really useful for that game. My god. More buttons would fix that game. Bring it to Switch. No, I'm just kidding. It would never run.
In fact, the Switch would have I guess in portable mode, Switch would have an easier time with inventory management because you could just hold a button, have the inventory, and you could just
click. Like playing Fallout with your fucking
PC even.
Your app.
Yeah, with the yeah.
Oh, it's like the greatest thing ever.
I swear to God, if they try to release like a PUBG like second screen experience, I'm gonna lose it. That's gonna be so shitty. They're just gonna be like put it in your. I
think the industry is done with second screen experiences.
Oh, yeah.
At least for games.
Dude, Wii U killed it, unfortunately. I actually like it in certain experiences, but it's not a good fit when you're.
The only time I've ever liked it was Fallout 4.
Well, because with Fallout, it was cool because it wasn't just a screen. Like they sold you a Pip-Boy. Like you could do it on a phone, or you could get the Pip-Boy.
Yeah, it was awful when you just had a phone. I tried it; it didn't work.
I have a Pip-Boy.
It was also laggy.
I definitely played. I wear that Pip-Boy every time I play Fallout 4.
Yeah, I did for the first couple days. It got heavy. It's a heavy thing.
Oh, I don't wear it right. I turn it in, you know. So then I'm just playing. It's right there on my forearm, the inside of my forearm. Just go over and click. Fast travel. It's great.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, cool. We're actually getting pretty late into this. So let's move on. I was going to talk about Indie Onslaught. I think we already did enough. Splatfest, Vampires vs. Werewolves. We kind of hashed this out earlier, but where were you at, Adam?
Vampires.
I'm a werewolf. What do you guys? I think that I saw a couple vampires and a couple werewolves in there, but that's actually a pretty even one. I think it's a pretty even one.
That's a good choices.
So that one was an easy one. I don't think it's very
ketchup
exciting.
and mayo. It's not a good choice.
Oh god, mayo all the way.
I saw one online. It was like ideas for Splatfest, and it was whether you put the toilet paper roll out or in.
No, that's the UK one.
Oh, that's real.
That's the UK one. Out or in? Which one? I was literally going to bring that up. What would you be?
Out. In is not even a choice.
In's the only choice.
What?
Yeah. Going towards the wall?
Okay, I had zero opinion. But I think the only wrong choice is in.
No.
Shit, like what rubs up against your wall then? Like there could be germs there, dude.
Clean your wall. Man. Clean your ass. I don't know. What do you want?
I'd rather have a standing roll of toilet paper on the counter than put it inwards.
Just leave them
there.
Both are a better option than the gas station lean though. So
I don't know, dude. In is like you're a savage.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
only I didn't even have an opinion until you said it. And like now I actually really don't think that's okay. Like you should. I think you have a health hazard going on.
This is a world argument. I'm just throwing that out there. You can go on Reddit and
No, I'm telling you right now, people who put it on the outside far outnumber the people who put it on the inside.
That's
Doesn't
like
mean you're right,
lefties
though.
trying
That's
to
the
argue
thing.
that there's
Sarah.
plenty of you.
I'm not even having this discussion with you because I get so pissed anytime anyone puts it backwards. It doesn't stop itself. It just keeps rolling. So then you have to put your hand on the toilet paper roll to stop it. Your mom does this. And
How hard are you pulling the
take it
roll?
off and I put it on the correct way.
I don't know.
Bring her in here. Hold on. We need to hear this better. So
Still want to hear what you have to say.
the argument is
She doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh,
Okay.
well, the argument is that she said, if you guys couldn't hear that, is basically like if you face it inwards, then it just keeps rolling, and then you can't stop the thing unless you put your hand on it. But I think that's actually a good argument. That's a good point.
But how
Physics-
hard are you pulling this toilet paper?
Physics disagree with you, Dylan.
Hard enough.
No, see,
hard
you
and-
get the right amount. Okay, you get the right amount, and then your hand, the back of your hand, is like right on that roll. You just roll it off.
Wait, why the fuck are you two-handing toilet paper? Like,
you reach
this should
across,
not be a
boom.
two-handed
Reach
situation.
across,
I got
it's
my
a
left
technique.
hand on my phone, and you got a toilet paper on your right. You just pull that
See,
shit right
what?
off.
You argue about germs and you're touching your phone. That's,
Whatever.
That's not. That's how you
Wipe
get
that
pink
shit
eye,
down
man.
on like a regular basis. No, it's not.
So you get fucking pink eye.
No, that's from poop particles getting in your eye if you fart in somebody's
That's how you
pillow.
get pink ear.
That's how you get pink ear.
Is that a thing?
Nobody
That's how
puts their
you get
phone in their ear anymore.
True.
Ugh. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Okay, guys.
Oh shit.
Well,
Yep.
God, these Splatfests always get us in an argument.
Mhm.
I mean, that's-
Like a
I think
legit
those
argument.
are
Which is funny about the vampire werewolf thing, because like even though I'm vampire and you guys are werewolf, like
Yeah, it's-
I don't think either of us care enough to argue it. We're just like
they're both
whatever.
respectable. They're both
Yeah, yeah.
respectable
It's like-
choices.
I
It
they didn't
literally
say,
comes
like-
down to preference.
They didn't
I-
say like werewolf and siren. They didn't say
Yeah.
nobody gives a
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, that would have been weird. Some weirdos in the corner picking sirens for no reason.
Munchkin land. I don't know.
I mean, I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of vampires, but you know, I'm not going to be mad about Kate Beckinsale
They'd
in
be a-
Underworld.
They'd be
Like,
they'd be a
We're
solid
talking
second
about Kate
choice.
Beckinsale in Underworld, yeah, versus like the Lycans. Then I'm going to check.
She's a vampire though.
She's dope. Yeah, she's dope. But I'm
But she's
saying
a-
like, I know.
she's a
I'm saying-
I'm saying she's a
She's
good
the
second
exception.
choice.
yeah, she's my
There's it's
exception.
not like it's not like I had a large gap. I could have gone either way.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like the idea of like if I did fall for a vampire that she's like 3,000 years old though. That's weird to me.
Oh man, dude, I like them. I like them old.
No,
They're-
the red woman,
arrogant.
the red whatever her name was, ruined it for
What are we
me.
talking about falling for people? I want to live forever. I want to be a fucking werewolf or vampire. What are you talking
Werewolf-
about?
werewolves don't live forever.
werewolves aren't
Oh,
immortal.
No,
It
they're not
depends.
no, they're
Okay.
not
No.
immortal. They're not immortal. That's not a thing. Not unless they like. got
you just
bit by
talked
a
about Underworld and fucking
but
what
vampire will live forever.
Lucian was like 600 years old.
Werewolf
So
would
fuck
eventually-
off.
They're not like
They're not immortal though. Like they live for a long time.
Well,
They're not immortal.
fine. Vampires aren't immortal. 'cause
Okay,
I
I thought we weren't going to argue about this.
apparently I was wrong.
Wait, werewolves are immortal?
No.
No,
Oh god damn it! I'm not able to look this shit up.
arguing.
I really got to know now.
It depends. All right, and it depends on your definition of immortal. Because like, I can kill a
No,
vampire, so
There's
it's
no
not
such
immortal.
thing. Immortal just means can live forever, not that they can't die.
Can live forever.
Werewolves. Werewolves.
Invincible is-
Werewolves, unlike vampires, are not immortal. In other words, they do not live forever as vampires are so famous for. Some say that werewolves do, however, have an unnatural lifespan. They have long
That's good enough.
lives and live
That's good
longer
enough
than
for me.
most humans. But they're
That's all I
not
want.
immortal.
Okay, Mr.
Oh,
Elf.
that's all I want. All right, that'd be better.
Elves are not immortal either unless they have certain things.
They live. They
Unless
just
you
live
go across
forever.
They just live like 600 to
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah,
years.
I just want to cross the sea, man. One day.
100 years. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty Adventures.com.
So. Anyway,
He doesn't like it. I got
What are we
Nat
doing?
watching
Let's
it.
play some
I got
PUBG.
Nat watching it, Adam.
yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we're in like
Nice.
middle of season 2 right now.
Oh, so good.
Talk about
Yeah.
this off stream. This is the end of
Fuck off.
the code word. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. We always appreciate you guys showing us support and hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, all that stuff. But that's it for Dylan, Adam, and myself. And as always, stay classy, coders.